Hi friends, it's Miss Jen and I am back here for another week of Sunday school. And I am so glad that you guys are back and joining me. So thank you for being here. So today is the last day of the month. And so our faith word that we've been working on all month long is guide. And guide is showing the way like the light of Christ. So think about the guides you have in your life and how you can be a guide to others. And then next week we'll get a new word and I wonder what it will be. We'll have to wait and see. So today we are going to learn about how Zacchaeus was changed and forgiven. And so as we hear this story today, let's wonder together who the guide is in this story. I'm going to read the story from the Deep Blue Kids Bible, and the story is in Luke chapter 19, verses 1 through 10. Do you guys remember how we find Luke? So if we open up the Bible kind of halfway, we should end up in Psalms. And then if you take that second half and open it halfway, you're going to be close to the beginning of the New Testament. And the first 4 books in the New Testament are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So we're going to turn to Luke, and we're going to go to chapter 19. Let's see here, chapter 19, and we're going to do verse 1 through 10. A rich tax collector. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through town. A man there named Zacchaeus, a ruler among tax collectors, was rich. He was trying to see who Jesus was, but being a short man, he couldn't because of the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed up a sycamore tree so he could see Jesus, who was about to pass that way. When Jesus came to that spot, he looked up and said, "Zacchaeus, come down at once. I must stay in your home today." So Zacchaeus came down at once, happy to welcome Jesus. Everyone who saw this grumbled, saying, "He is gone to be the guest of a sinner." Zacchaeus stopped and said to the Lord, "Look, Lord, I gave half of my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anyone, I repay them 4 times as much." Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this household, because he too is the son of Abraham. The human one came to seek and save the lost." So let's keep wondering, who do you think was a guide in that story? I think Jesus helped show everyone that it doesn't matter if you've done things wrong, that Jesus is still here for us and that we can forgive. But I also want to say, I think Zacchaeus was kind of a guide too, because he was curious. He wanted to know Jesus and he went and found a way. And I think that is something that we can learn from too. So let's watch the wonder video and we'll keep on wondering.
Hey friends, it's Samuel. Have you ever been in a situation that felt unfair to you? In this story, the crowd of people definitely thought what was happening was unfair. Oh wait, let me rewind and tell you the story. Jesus is walking into Jericho, where there is a crowd of people to meet him. Zacchaeus, a tax collector, climbs up in a tree to see Jesus over the crowd. Tax collectors were not popular in those days. They were known for being unfair, cheating people out of their money, and making the lives of people really hard. As Jesus walks through the crowd, he stops at the most unexpected person, Zacchaeus. I wonder if the crowd thinks Jesus is going to be mad at Zacchaeus or yell at him. Instead, Jesus tells Zacchaeus to come down because he's going to stay at his house that day. Huh? He chose Zacchaeus? The crowd was not happy. How could Jesus stay with someone who had done wrong? Zacchaeus is so excited to welcome Jesus, and he promises to be fair. Jesus never mentioned the bad things Zacchaeus did, but Jesus helped Zacchaeus change by being kind and loving. Jesus shows us how to give people second chances, even when we don't know if they deserve them. Sometimes people just need a chance to be better. Last year, I started a new school and didn't know anybody. I hated being the new kid, and I didn't know how to make friends. Instead of trying, I was really grumpy. I didn't talk to anyone. One day, one of the kids in my class invited me to go to the park. I was so surprised. I knew I had not been nice because I was upset about being at a new school and not knowing anybody. When I went to the park, I made a lot of new friends. After that, I wasn't grumpy or alone anymore. I was so grateful that they invited me and gave me a chance. The people around Zacchaeus that day thought it was unfair that Jesus would choose him over them. Jesus saw past his mistakes, and he knew he could be better. Jesus was right. Zacchaeus changed. Instead of assuming people won't change, let's remember that Jesus guides us to give everyone a chance. Now, it's time for you to wonder.
In today's Bible story, the crowd was confused why Jesus wanted to have dinner with Zacchaeus. How do you think that the crowd felt? Zacchaeus asked for forgiveness and promised to change. Forgiveness can be hard. This story teaches us that it is important for us to forgive. So I want you to get a piece of paper, maybe some markers, and let's draw a leaf on our paper. So if you're not sure how to draw a leaf, remember, leaves can be in any type of shape, so it's okay. And you're just going to draw a leaf, and you can decorate it. I did one here where I did a bunch of different designs and colors on it. You can write on this one. Maybe you might want to write or draw something that you would like to forgive, or a person who you would like to forgive, or like maybe you need to forgive one of your siblings for something, or maybe you're the one that needs forgiveness. We all make mistakes sometimes. We all say things that we didn't quite mean. So you can write that on, and then you're going to, once you're done decorating and stuff, we'll cut them out. So when you have your leaves all done and cut out and stuff, I want you to think about the leaves falling from the trees. And it can be a reminder that we too need to let go of some things, that we need to forgive. And like I said earlier, forgiveness is hard, but Jesus teaches us that forgiveness is possible. So hold your leaves up high and say a little prayer and say, "Help me to forgive," and drop your leaves. And hopefully that tangible letting go will help us open our hearts and let go inside too, because forgiveness helps the person who is forgiving very much. So it's important for us to learn to forgive. Jesus ate with Zacchaeus, a tax collector, and Jesus forgave Zacchaeus. What does forgiveness look like, feel like? I think that depends upon where the forgiveness is coming from, what things that you're forgiving, but think about that this week. Will you join me in a prayer? God of forgiveness, help us let go. Help us give you our concerns, our fears, and our judgment, so that you can show us the way to love others. Amen. I hope that you can think about the leaves falling from the tree and how that we can learn to forgive this week, as well as really think about this week how Jesus is a guide in your life. So as before the video will close out, we will listen to our song, Follow As You Go. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will see you back here next week. Bye, friends.
Open up my eyes that I could see the wonders of the things you're showing me. We know you know just what we need, so there's no need for pageantry. Oh, we just want to follow where you lead. There's always more to see, there's always more to know, so we follow as you go.
Some days the wind and rain turns us around, and you don't seem to see what's going down. So we cry out, oh Lord, how long? We hear you answer, hush, be calm, and even hurricanes obey the sound. Oh, even on the sea and stranded in a boat, we will follow as you go. God will show us who you are and make the world right. Do what's best above and right here. Give us what we need to live. Forgive us and help us forgive. Whatever's bad, help us steer clear. You're in charge of everything, and oh, you can do anything, and we're in awe. We praise your name. Amen, 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 amen.
But we're too busy serving you to see, or we're too busy climbing up a tree. Oh, you just want